Good evening. My name is Brian Cayce. It's my pleasure to be here tonight with you. It's a tremendous honor. Thank you to Dean James for extending that honor. Thank you to Dean Herschatter. I am truly here standing on the shoulders of giants. Thank you. My journey to Emory in late 2022 is not conventional. I'm not an academic, and for better or for worse, I've come to define myself as a venture capitalist. You might ask, wait, I saw your profile. You're a Peace Corps volunteer. Like, what's up with that? How could you be a venture capitalist? Well, just as a non-academic in a university setting could have imposter syndrome, so could a Peace Corps volunteer amongst a bunch of venture capitalists. For that reason, I've long considered myself an unintentional venture capitalist. In fact, it was some years into building our first fund when I came across the elegant definition of entrepreneurship by Guy Kawasaki. Some of you may know him. He was a former product evangelist at Apple, and he was a partner at Garage Technology Ventures, which we had co-invested with. And he was speaking with students, actually trying to inspire them towards entrepreneurship. He did not do a better job than Andrea. But he did say, to him, the essence of entrepreneurship is about making meaning. You know, many people will start companies to make a quick buck, quick flip. He said that the companies that are founded to change the world, to make the world a better place, to make a difference, those are the companies that will make meaning. Guy also believed that they'd probably find a way to make money along the way. So I've come to embrace this definition as an aspect of my own definition of entrepreneurship. It's the reason that I believe entrepreneurship has an enduring place in our university as well as in our society. It's also this definition which allowed me to shed my imposter syndrome and even as a naive and romantic former Peace Corps volunteer, much like Guy Kawasaki dreamed, embrace the reality of my role as a venture capitalist. It also allowed me to realize that I could make meaning with those tools, with the tools of my adopted profession. I've had the good fortune of running a venture fund for 2 decades before coming to Emory. Worked with hundreds of startups, many startup founders, other investors. I've made a lot of mistakes in that journey. I've had a good bit of success and a lot of learnings. And what I'd love to share with you is a little bit how we're applying that at the center on behalf of Emory students in the Emory community today. I've long thought as a venture capitalist, if I do my job well, I will align interests. There's founders, there's other shareholders, there's employees, there's customers, there's stakeholders, there's all manner of folks with pesky and different interests. So, not that these interests would be pesky, but I have the good fortune to work with students and faculty and staff, alumni, and other community members as well at Emory. So, what we created recently at the center was a framework to sort of align the profiles of customers that we interact with. We call them customers. We think about these notional profiles. The first profile that we created was this disruptor innovator. And these are folks that we find employing the entrepreneurial mindset to create solutions in enterprises of all types, maybe not just startups. Those are our disruptor innovators. We also work with founder growers. So these are those folks who are leading or managing or trying to grow scalable ventures. And our third profile are the investor connectors. These are folks that we work with who are either managing resources, or capital. It could be human, financial, could be social capital, all to the benefit of venture development. Let me give you some examples of how we have students today focusing on trying to be these amazing alums that you heard Andrea describe. Evan is one. Evan is leading a program right now with a corporate venture capital initiative where he's helping students plug in with this venture capital fund that has 15 limited partners who are investors that are all Fortune 500 companies. They either give the students a job to go find the startups that they want to see those technologies, or, and most interestingly, they give them the mandate to work within their innovation teams to create those tech products. This is, I love the aspect of this because what happens is then when we combine 2 Goizueta students along with a software engineer and the teams in those corporations to build out these products. So it has two aspects. It's grassroots, it's hungry, it's scrappy, if there's someone who wants to be a venture manager. It's also, for those who are comfortable with embracing innovation in large organizations, it's a great platform for them. This particular program has been bolstered greatly by alums coming back to Goizueta, working with very committed students to make this happen and showing the power of Emory's network. The second profile, founder profile, let me share a story about Shash. Shash is only 9 months out from graduating, but with these profiles, we usually just try to help connect these folks to the innovation ecosystem. What does that mean? Well, we connect them to networks, talent, capital. In Shash's case, this guy had just an incredible enthusiasm. And though he's an Emory College graduate, we still let him participate in our accelerator, which it's open to everyone. And Shash shows up and runs through our accelerator, and I knew he was going somewhere. Within 9 months of graduating, he landed in a nationally recognized accelerator. From there, he raised $500,000 in venture capital. Now he's already serving leading customers in his industry with a B2B tech solution that he created. Penelope is an Emory undergrad. She represents our investor connector profile. Penelope has a passion for startups, for investments, and she's great at making connections. Penelope's managed to get herself roles in leading investment platforms as part of her summer work throughout the time she's been at Emory. And she's actually helping build an Emory-specific angel investment network, which will be student-run, but for the entire Emory community. Stay tuned. I hope all of you, especially the investor connectors out there, I saw you in the back raising your hands. I hope that you'll be part of this shortly. This past fall, Penelope and a few other Goizueta students got a great opportunity with a community partner that we have to build a small mini fund. Well, it turns out that mini fund was $500,000, so maybe not so small, and there were Emory investors that came into that fund, along with others in the community. That fund managed to make 4 seed stage investments, so investments about $150,000 each. And out of those 4, guess what? One of them was founded and led by an Emory alum. That was not by design. That just shows you the power of your network. So just as my journey as an unintentional venture capitalist has led me here, the future of entrepreneurship will flow from many different paths. Ultimately, those who are passionate, who seek to create, to disrupt, to connect, they will make meaning. They'll probably figure out how to make some money along the way, and we hope to be here to serve them when they're there. Thank you.